Oh, very dramatic stuff. Carol joins us on the phone now because, as we said, her cat's not well today. So, so whatever it is that's preventing you from going to Scotland is also preventing you from being here and discussing it. It's even more spooky. Are you there, Carol?
Good morning, Philip.
Hi. How did you feel watching that?
Yes, it's very interesting, isn't it? Bit of a drama queen, I feel.
Were you aware that you were doing all that whilst
No.
you didn't know you were doing that?
No, not at all.
And we're going to have a word with Andrea about the possibility of being able to get back to Scotland. Would you go to Scotland if we could send you to Scotland now?
If I can get there, I'll go.
Okay, all right. Well, stay there for just a second. It seems incredible. I mean, we've checked out some of the jails. There are jails on islands in Scotland. Inverary Jail
it was an amazing story.
They don't have any record of a Charlotte between 1820 and 1880 at Inverary Jail as one of them. But what confuses me is a past life is, we've discussed this so many times, it's a sort of it's a personal thing, it's an emotional thing, it's a head thing.
It's attached to your subconscious mind.
How can that life stop a car from working?
That I don't know. That, is a mystery to me almost.
That could be a coincidence.
Could be a coincidence, I think, possibly. I don't think that's probably part of it, but I think the other things may be part of it. Somehow, some way, Carol was stopped from going to Scotland. I personally don't think now there's any reason why she shouldn't be able to go to Scotland, because the subconscious mind that was stopping her from going, we've released that memory, we've cleared it, we've let go, we did a huge healing process of letting go of that memory, and now we just, need to wait and see if, Carol can actually go to Scotland. So.
Well, Carol, I think we're actually going to send you to Edinburgh. Would you like to see Edinburgh?
Okay, the news.
Ah, you can have your Bacardi and Coke up there that you wanted then.
Oh, yes.
If you got to Edinburgh, if we send you up there, would you let us know how you got on and make sure that you did get there safely and got home again?
I'll bring you a postcard.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Carol, thank you for that.
I hope your cat gets
again.
better soon as well.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right,
Bye.
thank you very much, and we'll see you when you get back.
Thank you.
Terrific, Andrea, thank you
You're welcome.
very much.
Interesting.
We are taking a quick break now, but when we come back, the straight-talking Anne Widdecombe on why she's telling the British public to buck up in her no-nonsense approach to being an agony aunt.
Plus, would you give your child antidepressants? This woman says they worked wonders for her 14-year-old daughter, but new reports suggest they perhaps could do more harm than good. We investigate that later, so we'll see you after the break.
Stars might think it's funny, but the press officers don't.
No, when we spill the beans on the soaps, you're quite right. But Sharon's great. She's very indiscreet. And then she's... Well, let's not dig any more holes. Wonderful. Welcome back. Still to come today, John Scott has summer skirts to flat... Is that some sort of illness? John Scott's got summer skirts.
It's a nasty rash that can be sorted with antibiotics.
But they're going to flatter any figure. Plus, is it you who's won £7,000? But first, it's time to continue our series on regression.
You all right? Now, so far this year, a whole host of celebrities have volunteered themselves to be regressed. There was Cherie Murphy from Emmerdale, Major Charles Ingram, Mandy Smith, and even you and I have been done. So today it's H, formerly of Steps, currently playing Joseph in the West End. But who was he in his past life? Let's find out.
Are you aware of having a name at all?
Cecil.
Cecil. And where do you live?
Cambodia. Farming.
You're farming.
It's bad. I can't tell.
What's happened? It's okay, you can tell me.
It wasn't supposed to happen.
What wasn't supposed to happen?
I got hurt.
How did you get hurt?
There was a fight.
Mm. Who was it between?
My brother.
Your brother and who? You? So there was a fight. What were you fighting about? Do you know?
It's my brother's wife.
Oh.
We had been sleeping together.
And obviously your brother didn't know this, did he?
No, he does now.
How long had you been having a relationship with her for?
Before my brother was married.
So it was before he was married?
It was started then, but now it's been going on for a while.
And do they have any children?
Yes.
How many children do they have?
It's my child.
Is it?
Her name's Ilian.
How old's Ilian now?
3.
She's 3.
I didn't mean to hurt.
What happens to your brother now?
There's blood.
What's happened? Tell me what's happened.
My blood and his blood. My farming shear.
Oh, your farming shear.
He falls down. And he hits his head. And he doesn't open his eyes. He's not breathing.
Can you tell me what you do next?
Put my brother in the hall.
And what did people think happened to your brother?
He was eaten.
By?
Bear. An animal.
Is that what they think
A
happened?
big animal.
Wow.
So
Well, poor thing, you haven't seen it before, you see, so it's a shock.
Your reaction's fascinating because anyone else who we've regressed, or you've regressed and we've had on the programme, have known what was said and also, or, you know, almost how they handled themselves in their regression. But it's come as a complete surprise to you.
Absolutely. I never watch anything I ever do. I've not even watched a Steps concert.
Right.
So to watch myself is really weird. And to watch myself as someone else is really weird.
So you went very, very deep.
Allegedly.
Yeah. H went really so deep in the beginning. I almost couldn't sort of like speak to him because he was really deep in it, but I just brought him out a little bit lighter so I was able to speak to him. But the interesting thing, there was 2 lives, we were only showing one of them, and it was, you know, a full-on life, lots of drama in it. But it's sort of like, you know, I took him to a life to look for sources of conflict that may be still affecting him in this lifetime on some subconscious level. So they were negative lives. That's why these are never fluffy, sort of happy lives.
So you, the one thing you gave Andrea to work on and try and resolve in this life was what?
Insomnia.
You're an insomniac?
Yeah.
Really? How many hours a night do you think you get?
On a good night, maybe 4.
Really? In
Yeah.
a stretch?
Yeah.
And so this regression happened when?
Monday.
So you've only had 2
not
nights.
long, yeah.
Have you slept better?
The first night I did. I actually didn't sleep last night at all because I was really excited about today. Because I've not seen it.
But in this life, we didn't. You said you were in Cambodia, but this was 1622.
Yeah, it was 60. I think he must have come from a colony family that had moved to live first in Nigeria, then they moved to Cambodia. It was quite a complex story.
Look at this map. We have a map we'd like to show you of how far it is from Nigeria to Cambodia. Bearing in mind it's 1622. You've got to cross Arabia, past India. That's a hell of a distance. I mean, how did he get there?
So well, there was a donkey
Probably on
apparently.
a boat, you know. So there was a lot of story to it with his family beforehand and how he came to live with another family. So there was a lot more to it.
You were rejected by your first family, or your father anyway, and then were picked up on the street by this other family and grew up with them, and it was that brother, who obviously was your adoptive brother,
Yes.
that you murdered later on.
Yes.
Should we hear the rest of that story after the break? Because it does continue. It's a
A saga.
saga spanning several generations, sweeping through continents.
Time and space.
It's like a coffee table book. Dear, dear.
We'll see you after the break.